Hey guys, it's Effective Kill for LA Noire, Traffic Case 3 Part 1. Last video we did the case A Marriage Made in Heaven, and in this video we will be doing the case The Fallen Idol. Let's see, I'll read this. Okay, as I said before, I will be just recording cases up to the first homicide case. Then on, after the first homicide case, I will begin to record full-on case, story, everything out that, so I don't want to spoil the early-on story. But if you're watching these videos, you know the early-on story, and most likely you're just trying to get the 100% on these. Which, it's not as hard as you'd think, but some cases, as you get farther on, will mess with you. Okay, someone driving off the road. Obviously, must be a woman driver. Quite obvious, I must say. Well, I don't have much to talk about other than that I'm still pretty sick with whatever I've got. I feel terrible for some reason, especially when I'm doing this recording, because I'm not running out of things to say. Looks like it's dropped a couple of frames, about 32, so that's not too good. If it drops up to 100, I will re-record this video.
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Skyline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Oh, here we go on to Traffic Case 3. And as I said before,
later,
it was a woman
Try not
driver.
to work too hard. I'm just trying to fit in. Educated.
Come on. But let me put my outfits on. See if I can get my little Rockstar outfit on. You will actually need this outfit. There will be a shootout per se. This place is a little annoying to get to, in my opinion. So it's always best to let your partner drive to some of these places. If your partner actually ever appears. I don't know. I believe there's one more car for the LAPD that you can drive. Other than that, there's not much else you can do. This mission also involves an achievement called The Shadow, where you will be tailing someone, and the shadow involves you not getting caught while tailing said person.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. There are stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, you'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passengers are Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, start the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
And I'm hoping that this video actually records at a pretty good quality.
Crash site.
Considering what I have, I'm trying a different format for recording, so hopefully this records in a better quality. If not, out of luck, but it would be nice to get this in a HD quality.
Laid out on the truss. And that is
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Hit the windshield.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Let's check this. Ooh, got some ladies' underwear right
Going
here.
off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag.
Could be a sign of rape.
I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Excuse me.
She's a long way from home.
And it doesn't look like her mom wanted her to leave. It looks like her mom loved her very much and wants her back. That explains that there were a lot of runaways, and there still are at the time, for people thinking they can make it big at Hollywood. This is a pretty useless clue, but it counts technically. You can run the license plate to, I suspect, to see if it's owned by that person, but
Drunk driver?
there's no need.
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, the head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I
Is he?
knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No.
Shakespeare.
I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then paint it.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
That's all we can really look at with the shrunken head.
Someone managed to...
Ah, come on. It will sometimes divert you from pulling a corner that you can't physically do. So at least that's cool. Also, I saw an interesting trailer for the Dead Island thing that showed the 14 minutes of gameplay. If anyone
Mr.
else is
McCaffrey,
interested in that
we would
game,
like
I'll
to
probably
ask you
do
a few
recordings of it.
questions, if that's
Anyone
okay.
want to play online with me, I can do combination.
June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
Nope.
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
Yeah.
What about me, June?
You're kinda
I'm a
drunk
big
for a
fan of
lady.
Beast of-
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Jesus. That is mean. She
We
is
understand that you're
evil.
still suffering from the
evil
effects
little
of the
devil.
accident, Mrs. McCaffrey. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
It's a serious
Liar.
offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
So it was
What can
Mark
you tell us
Bishop.
about the
Let's
passenger
see the
in the
injured
car?
female.
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Somebody tore her underwear off. It's been more than rough. Somebody tried to rape her.
Mrs. McCaffrey. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
I'm offended, sunshine. Have any proof? Dirk-a-dirk-a-dirk.
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
We found a
Let's check the
shrunken
fake sunken head.
It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing
I think you do,
remember
lady.
is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
That's a little creepy how she said
I
that.
want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. Pressed him on it. And this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home
You got
after.
drugged.
My lawyer and I have talked to the news house.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Let's head right to the general hospital to check up on the girl. What it's been implied, she is not over the age of 18, so if the guy attempted to have sex with her, hopefully he is younger than 18, which I highly doubt. So it is sex with a minor.
We need to go over the case notes.
That's a pretty heavy sentence, coupled with attempted murder.
Car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
Okay. Looks like the most I can do for this part is... This is probably going to be a 4-parter, most likely. 3 if I can squeeze it all into 15 minutes, but... Looks like the most I can do with the rest of this episode, to make it short enough that it's not incredibly long, is just get her testimony. See.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
How do you like my
Jessica
hat?
Hamilton. Oh,
What's
yes.
more ridiculous
She's in
than
the
my
room
hat?
right behind you, Detective.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swapped 7 years for life and gets Guy McAfee on their case? Doesn't make much sense to me.
I guess it depends on what they have to lose.
And if this guy has a history of doing this,
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
then he's got a lot.
Little. My head still feels swimming.
Let's see. Evidence of abuse, soft damage to trauma. Chloral hydrate. If he'd upgraded that a little bit more, he would have killed her.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
That's a
Tell the
little
truth,
sudden.
Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she
I'm a
told me
good
to
girl.
toughen up. But that was the price of stardom.
Did she
Jesus.
now? Cold-hearted bitch.
It's not Junie's fault.
Yeah.
It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your
See,
parents.
contact with parents.
To tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
You're lying,
Bullshit.
Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I
I might
lie
have to beat you to death, Jessica. Because your mommy wants you to go back home?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
Well, that's perfect.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McCaffrey? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica.
Evidence of criminal
Where
abuse.
exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Now, at first I thought I doubted her, but actually she is telling the truth.
I really need you to help me here.
I remember the mermaid.
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Get in touch.
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
What the fuck is wrong with her? Oh well. Well, it seems like time that we should cut this off, so in the next video we will hopefully find this guy that tried to rape Jessica.